What's up, guys? In this video, we'll be going to break down Kamala Harris's campaign budget. Okay, campaign budget. You know, this has been the talk of town. She's been paying celebrities. Maybe we'll be finding out, and maybe she's $20 million in debt. But let's see where all that $1 billion went to. All right. So I went to the SEC filings, downloaded all the data, and I'm here to break it down for you. So let's see if you donated to Kamala. Let's see where your money went to. Okay. How to get all the data? FEC. So we go to FEC website and we search up Harris for president, and we get all her transactions that she made during her campaign. Right? You know how many transactions she made? Let's see. She made 54,000 transactions. So we export all the data. Boom. Here's all the data. All 54 transactions. Whether they're organization, individuals, right? And their recipient names. And their description and why they went out, right? Look at all these data. So, boom, pivoted. Right? If you don't know what pivot is, basically it makes this easier to understand, right? So after I finish cleaning up all the data, making sure everything is in the right place, I made a slideshow or a slideshow of Kamala Harris's campaign budgets. So I'll give a brief introduction, goals and outcomes, breakdown of top spenders and other spending, some stats, and some final words. And why I chose to do this, I'm just doing this a bit for fun. I was interested because you hear in the news of Kamala Harris spend this, Donald Trump spend that, all this noise, and I wanted to see and do the research to see where all the money went, and I think a lot of people want to know. So, I'm not biased towards anybody, but I'll probably do one for Donald Trump if this one seems to do well. So we'll see. So the goals and outcomes is so my intended audience is everybody, Americans, the supporters, Kamala Harris supporters, and just regular voters, just to see where all this money goes. You see all these presidential campaigns, they have a lot of money, they just spend a lot of money. So, I just want to see where all these people, or where all these campaigns spend their money on. So goal 1 is find out where all the money went. Goal 2, did she really pay Beyonce? Goal 3, and Oprah funds. And the outcome is I want you guys to know where most of the money went, right? So the team is just me. I don't know where all these people come from, but it's just me. So I want to break down of all the top spenders. So the total spending based on the SEC filing that I found was $914 million and $896,041.55. This is also including returns, adjustments, and such. So this money spent, but they didn't go through, or they got returned, or like hotels, adjustments, and such. That. So, the biggest spender of all campaigns are media productions and consultings, or you're buying space in the media, right? So here were the top 4, which is 88% of total spending within this budget, right? $680 million, and 88% went to 4 companies. So Media Buying and Analytics LLC is a medium buying mainly for political campaigns. They're more targeted to the Democratic campaigns. I'll explain media buying after this slide. Gambit Strategies is also a media and creative firm specializing in digital persuasion, mobilization, and issues advocacy campaigns for candidates. Bully Pulpit Interactive LLC, digital marketing and strategy to deliver messages to help shape public opinion. And DuPont Circle Strategies LLC, they're mainly business management solutions and strategies. They want to know where you want to go, and they want to help you get and reach your goal. So these 4 companies make up for 88% of total spending within media and production, and almost 75% of total spending went to media and productions. Okay, so a lot of money, media and media, right? So what is media buying? Or so what they do is they want to find, so first phase is your media planning. So you want to outline your campaign, so who you want to target, your budget, your timeline, and your where do you want to go into legacy media, online, where do you want to go online, media content selection and creation, and then that's when we go to media buying. So after we make all the videos, find out who we're targeting and where our budget is, then we start buying spaces into that, right? Like you're buying airspace, right? Airspace, you're buying radio, you're buying advertisements, you're making videos, right? So you want to see where you want to put all those like media, right? And that's pretty much a brief summary of what media planning and buying is who do you want the media to be for, and who do you want to target, and where do you want that media to go. So payroll, so this was the second most expensive spender for 56,663,944.62 cents. This accounts for 6.19% of the total spending. So I want to focus on the notable individuals. These were like top of the people, but some didn't really have an online presence, so I didn't want to go over those. I just want to know like the people who are the face of it, right? So the first one would be Quentin Fulks, $194,461.72. He was the campaign manager. John Rufus Gifford, $169,368.02. He was a finance chair, so he oversaw all the finances and budgets of this campaign. Sheila Nix, who was the chief of staff, for $166,380.02. Robert Flaherty, $157,669.56. He was the deputy campaign manager. And last but not least is Alana Mounts, $147,850.49, and she was the campaign's political director. So these were mainly the top people. Some I couldn't really find any online presence for, so these were like the top people that I could find. And payroll, Gusto is like a payroll HR service which pays out $34,386,025 to various individuals, because their payroll service, if you work a job, like ADP or Paychecks, this is the same thing, where they just have all the staff and send all the checks to those staff. So, and then there's text message outreach for $26,182,038.99 for 2.86% of the total spending. So what this was is, if you got those text messages, oh hey, vote, this would be where most of the money went to. If you, I have got a bunch of texts like, hey, you should vote and stuff like that. So that should be what that's for. And here is the spicy part. So event productions related expenses. So this goes with event productions, your campaign events. So this is where all the money spent for events and related spending. It'll be $18,073,317.44, which comprised of 1.92% of the total spending. So one of the big questions was, did Beyonce get $10 million? And looking at all the SEC filings and all the transactions, I can safely say that she did not get $10 million for that appearance. What about Oprah? Did Oprah really receive $1 million? No, not technically, no. Her production company, Harpo Productions, got $1 million for that video, or that thing she made on TV. So did it benefit her? Maybe, because it's technically her business, but she did not technically receive that $1 million, right? So it's indirectly, but she did not receive full 1 million because it's towards her production company. What about her Call Her Daddy podcast? 6 figures. Sources say that she spent 6 figures on the remake of the podcast, but I cannot definitively 100% guarantee that, because within the transactions, it's a rebuild, right? She didn't technically pay for, so it might be there, but it's just through different media or productions, so different production companies. So it could be within that, but we cannot definitively say that she spent 6 figures, but sources do say that. So what about other celebrities and performances? Same as her Call Her Daddy, because they did not directly get paid money. So they would have probably, it would be within the event production companies, right, who hire these artists and such like that. So either they did it for free, or they got paid by one of the event productions, or within this budget they would have gotten paid. Let's see, travel. So how she traveled, 14,726,997 for 1.64% of the total spending. Notable counterparties were mainly private jets and regular airlines. So, but I think private jets was the top spender for travel. Yeah. What I thought, so I was looking for anything else, and I thought this was interesting. Credit cards, they only use 2 processors or credit cards. They use Ramp, which is mainly for business, and American Express. So no MasterCard, no Visa. Contribution refunds was $5,234,305.33. This was mainly for paid back to individuals. Either they wanted a refund back, they they over donated or they pay back. So this is 5 million payback to individuals. And food, I was looking through all the counterparties for food. $1,658,684.22. I wanted to see if they bought like Chipotle, Starbucks, but mainly the food was from arenas. That was the biggest spender. I think around 400K for arenas, and then a bunch of catering services. So no, I did not see no Chipotle, no Starbucks, but maybe they came from through the catering services, right? So I want to put some fun stats. So I wanted to compare how many votes she had and how much she spent. So per person, she spent about $12 per vote. Okay, I thought that was pretty high. And so monthly spending since July is when she announced her presidency. 84 million, and then looks like the highest spender was in September for 39%. So this 4-month period she spent around almost, let's see, 3 4 let's see 5 2 3 4 6 around 6-7 million, or 600-700 million was spent within the 4-month period. If you're asking what happened to the other 200 million, so remember, Kamala Harris's campaign, Kamala for president, took over Biden for president. So I think they were spending money in 2023 for Biden's campaign for presidency, but after he was not going for presidency, that Biden for president swapped over to Harris for president. So that's why she took over some of the spending expenditures. So my final thoughts, I thought that this was a lot of money spent within the 4-month period, and the fact that she did not get the popular vote was pretty surprising to me. I thought she would have won the popular vote, but I mean, historically, the more money you spend, the more votes you get. But I feel like it was a bit too tight. What I mean by that is, because I think Biden might go for a second term. It was very hard to transition, and since it was so late, it was so hard to transition from Biden for president to Kamala Harris for president. And that's why I think that since she didn't have too much media coverage before announcing her presidency, I feel like they had to overcompensate, right? So you had to spend so much money, buy all this media to blast in everybody's face, right? Because she only had 4 months, right? So yeah, that's what I think. So I hope this helps you guys find out where all this money went, and I hope I did a good job, and I'll see you guys in the next video.